So recently there's been a lot of interest in my Eaton UPS. One of the most recent questions I've had from Ominous X was to see if I could configure the networking card on board to shut down the servers after a certain power threshold was met. So today's video is going to be all about that. How to do that with Unraid. So without any further waiting, let's go ahead and jump right on it. So I didn't already own one of these, so I had to go out and actually get a console cable to interface with the Eaton UPS, because you can't just plug it in the network and be off to the races. So we're going to plug this back into one of my servers, and this will go into the console port on the rear. Let's go ahead and take a quick look. So in theory, to make this work, all I have to do is plug the Ethernet side of the console cable into this port here, and I should be able to see that from my server. Now on the server side, I'm just going to plug into that port right there. That is my console port, and I should be able to see the Eaton UPS from the server. Alright, so I went ahead and connected to my server via remote desktop, and we're going to need to download an application called PuTTY in order to interface with the UPS through the COM port. So I just Google searched PuTTY here, and then went to putty.org, and then downloaded PuTTY. So once this thing is downloaded and you get it installed, it should look like this. We're going to select Serial, and just to double check, we're going to go to Device Manager. And from Device Manager, we will see Ports, Comms, and LPT. And we can see that this server has 2 COM ports. Now, I don't know which COM port is configured back there, but I'm simply just going to open COM port, unable to connect, no serial port. Okay, so we will try COM port 2. I was going to try both of these at the same time. There we go. But it looks like COM port 2 is the port I need. While we wait for COM 2 to connect, I just went ahead and went to Eaton's website and found their Intelligent Power Manager software. This is available for free download. You do have to register your UPS to download this, but I'll provide links in the description to download the software and also find the software if you need it. And we are just going to continue waiting for this to connect. Not sure why it's not working. I was really hoping this would be more straightforward. So let's try COM. Well, let's try again. Okay, so that definitely does not work. So the Eaton UPS came with this USB cable. Let's see if I can get it into focus here. This is a USB type A, I believe. I'm not really sure. It's pretty old school. But we just need to plug this into the UPS and the other end into the server itself. So this should be pretty straightforward. We're literally just going to plug into this port here. I know I'm blocking the camera. There we go. Finally got it in. There we go. Now it's connected. And while I'm back here, I'm just going to go ahead and connect this thing to the network. So we're going to want to make sure we plug this into the port that is labeled Ethernet. And once we have it plugged into the Ethernet port, it should light up immediately. So I just went ahead and did this. I don't know if that's proper procedure or not, but we should be good to go from here. Alright, so we're just going to go ahead and install the Intelligent Power Management software. And this shouldn't take too long to do, I hope. Let's go ahead and run it. So we're just going to next all the way through this. Alright, so that took a pretty long time, almost a full 2 minutes. And once it's done, we're just going to click finish. So it automatically loaded this URL. Get some pop-ups here. We're just going to ignore that. And I guess we just need to go ahead and log in. So I don't know what the login information is. I assume that the defaults are admin, like 90% of other devices. You are using, yep, that was right. All right, so that looks like it's working. So I guess this is the IP address. No? So this is the IP address of my server, and this is the Eaton 5PX. But what is the IP address? So this is going to be important. We're going to click on Quick Scan here in the top right corner. See what happens. Okay, so after hitting Quick Scan, we can see that the IP address of the UPS is right here. It's listed right here. And now all we have to do is plug this into Unraid, and I think we're good to go. Well, maybe not. Actually, let's go to System first. Okay, so we have, this is where we can change our password. SNMP v1, public, all that other stuff is disabled. Alright, so now from our Unraid server, what we're going to want to do is go to the settings page, click on UPS settings, and in here we're going to start the APC UPS daemon, set this to yes. We're going to change the UPS cable to Ether, and since we have SNMP, I guess we'll go ahead and select SNMP here. Now for device, I don't know what this is supposed to be. But my gut says to enter in the IP address, which is conveniently saved for us. And we're going to hit apply. And there you go. So the UPS is online, 100% settings, 450 watts currently on the load, and or approximately 30% of the load. And then from here, we can change the battery level to initiate a shutdown at 10%, or, you know, when there's 10 minutes left of runtime. I'm just going to leave these as default, and click on done, and I guess we're done. Let's go back to UPS settings. There's some interesting data here. So we can see that the Eaton 5PX is in fact being picked up. This is through the network, mind you. The server that I'm plugged into is my Windows server, and my Unraid server is obviously not the same because we're on, you know, Windows here. But anyway, it's pretty cool that, you know, we can see that in fact it is via Ethernet. Lots of cool data in here. Lots of cool data. Now if we go back to, I didn't mean to click that. If we go back to the Eaton IntelliPower, let's see what we see in node list. Event list? Do we see anything? Is there anything useful in here? Node map? I don't believe that actually works. Well, it looks like the best we can see is just some random data. I don't know if this is useful. We can see the load level, that's kind of cool. But it's not very... Whoa, look at all this information. Some of the stuff's not very useful to us. At least not right now. I think it's pretty good metrics here. Let's go to dashboard and see what the dashboard says. Okay, cool. Yeah, our dashboard actually shows our UPS summary. That's pretty nice. Well, I think that's pretty much it. That was actually pretty simple for my you know, first time doing this. I'm surprised the COM port didn't work, which is kind of disappointing. All right, so there you go, Ominous X. That's how you configure the Eaton UPS to work with Unraid. And it was pretty straightforward, I would say. I don't have it using the other server, but I'm pretty sure that's just as simple as, you know, going into Windows and saying, oh, hey, here's your battery, and, you know, you set the appropriate times and stuff like that, because the Windows side does see it. So that was pretty nice. And I think that pretty much concludes this video. I'm a little disappointed about the console cable not working, or I don't know if it's console cable or console port, one of the two. But I think that's okay because having the USB cable was perfect in my opinion. With Windows, it instantly picks it up and it's very easy to configure. I didn't do that from the Linux side because I was lazy. So I'm not sure how you would do that at home if you run into a similar situation. However, if you have Windows, you're pretty much set and good to go. But anyway, that's besides the point. So I just want to say thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time. Peace.